Brandon Rios and Mike Alvarado meet once again in their last match. Well, the fight is on Saturday at the Mandalay Bay. I believe it's 10:15 Eastern Time on HBO, not pay-per-view, on regular HBO. They met October 13th in Carson, California, the Home Depot Center, which is where the LA Galaxy play here, out in Carson. And Brandon Rios defeated Mike Alvarado via a TKO in the 7th round. Robert, the fight could not have been better from a boxing fan perspective. We like to dissect the sweet science so many times, yet to see bombs being landed, bombs away, is how one of the HBO announcers put it last year when they met October 13th. A lot of people, however, Robert, are saying that it will not live up to the hype because a lot of these rematches, maybe they know each other well. Maybe we have high expectations and we'll be disappointed. Do you think that we will be disappointed with this match?
I don't expect that we're going to be disappointed. It may not live up to its rematch, as you pointed out. Few fights do, but we're not going to be disappointed. These guys come to fight. They don't come to dance. They don't come to move. They don't come to exhibit their exemplary defensive skills. They come to fight. They're going to be firing shots. They're going to be throwing bombs, and there are going to be casualties Saturday night.
Mike Alvarado, 32 years old, was quoted as saying, "I'm a better technician. I'm going to box him." My initial reaction to that was, huh? You're going to box him? So now, in the Denver Post, forgive me, I do not have the writer's name, but he had a fabulous quote discussing Ken Norton, who was announcing ringside in the Foreman-Lyle fight. Here's what he said. He could change it in the gym, but once he gets into the heat of battle and gets hit, he's very subject to go back to what he knows best. Do you agree with that, that will be very similar to Mike Alvarado saying that, you know what, I'm working as a technical fighter, I'm going to try to outbox this guy. Once he starts getting hit, he has to go back to his old ways, don't you think?
Of course he does. Of course he does. I mean, it's good that he has a game plan, and it's good that he plans on, sticking to the game plan. But as you say, and as Ken Norton said, I mean, once he gets hit, he's going to resort to what he knows best. And basically, that's warfare. He may not want to go into the trenches right away with Rios, and understandable, given the result of the last fight, but Rios is going to lure him in. I mean, there's no question about it. And once he's in, and he has no choice but to fight his way out.
Robert, why would Brandon Rios take this fight? I find myself asking myself that question, and other boxing fans that question. He wants to show that, it wasn't controversial, that he absolutely won and earned that win, and he's going to win and earn another W again Saturday night. It seems like high risk, little reward because he already won. Why exactly would he take this fight again?
I think he's taking it for personal reasons. Brandon Rios loves to fight. Brandon Rios, he said more than once, he loves to get hit. He knows who and what he's up against. This is the kind of fight he wants. He doesn't want to go chasing somebody. He'll be happy to chase them as long as he can catch them and hit them, and as long as they hit him back. But in this instance, he knows exactly what he's getting. He knows he can win, having won before. Chances are he will win again because Alvarado knows what he's up against, and Alvarado's going to be gun-shy. He doesn't want the same result.
He predicted 5 rounds, did Brandon Rios. What say you, Robert? Do you think it ends in 5? Do you think it possibly goes past 7 like last time?
I don't think it goes past 7. I say thumbs up to Brandon Rios in 5 rounds.
Okay, so you agree with Brandon Rios that it'll end in 5 rounds. Before I get to my next question, let me just ask you this really quickly. Where exactly did his chin come from? Because he was taking bombs, home run shots from Mike Alvarado in their last fight. It seems like you believe that he will sustain that. I mean, you can't really teach a chin, but where exactly did this stellar chin come from with Brandon Rios?
It's hard to know, and one can only assume that it's genetic, it's tied to willpower, it's tied to possibly even, as he says, he likes to get hit, and perhaps he finds it satisfying to get hit. I mean, it's a curious thing, something that probably you and I cannot relate to, but I think other fighters may feel the same way, although they may be less reluctant to express it in that way. But one has to assume that it's something inborn, ingrained, and something fundamental to his very character.
If Alvarado wins, by the way, do you think there will be a third fight?
I think a third fight would definitely be in the cards. You're getting a lot more for the second fight. And if they win the third fight, then it officially becomes the Gotti Award trilogy of our generation.
You said that Brandon Rios will win. Who could possibly be next for this guy?
Rios, oh my goodness. I mean, it's a question, who wants to fight Rios? I mean, there are lots of, there's some talent there in Top Rank. But the question is, who wants to fight Rios? He's a tough customer. And he doesn't hold a title, not a major title of any sort, so there's a huge amount of risk, both physical and professional. He's a tough guy to match against, and I think that in part is why he's fighting Alvarado again, because Alvarado is seeking redemption.
Here's a name that I'll throw out, just to be optimistic. Timothy Bradley. What do you make of that? If they can meet at a catch weight, obviously. What do you think?
Well, I think it's possible. I think Bradley, is still sort of licking his wounds from his fight against Provodnikov, who's another super tough customer. I don't know. Is Bradley going to put it on the line with no title at stake? He did that with Provodnikov, who he was supposed to have an easy fight against, and he did not. To do the same thing, nobody thinks he would have an easy fight against Rios. I'm not so sure it's such a wise move. I'm not so sure that he shouldn't husband his resources and not sort of squander them in the ring against Brandon Rios.
Okay, so if you think that is not a smart move, look, they're the two most recent fighters. What do you think about Provodnikov possibly fighting Brandon Rios at a catch weight?
Now you're talking. I like the sound of that one. That sounds great. I'm ready for that.
Hopefully we will see it soon. Firstly, though, we have to see a winner Saturday night, 10:15 Eastern Time. At the Mandalay Bay, the WBO junior welterweight title is on the line. Brandon Rios against Mike Mile High Alvarado, a former champion in the state of Colorado, is Mike Alvarado. Either way, Robert Exel, we will absolutely talk to you again soon. Enjoy the fight.